going on, Legion? Like always, we're back with the Wraith. No, Nightwish, Devil and the Deep Dark Ocean. Hell, Wraiths are blue. They live in the ocean. No, Atlantis. But you know, if they just kind of did like something like how Limp Bizkit did, like the guitarist, he always painted himself up. If he just came out like blue one day, that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, we're back with some Nightwish. This was another one that was suggested. I'm kind of like, you know, going through them all. We got like a moderate list. You know, I definitely do some more. I think someone said Ghost River. Somebody suggested Ghost River. I believe the last one I reacted, the first one that I was not a big fan of, I think I labeled it just Ghost. Maybe I forgot the river part. I didn't really see that anywhere else. So I actually didn't click on the link that I think I provided for the song. So I don't know if that was the one that I originally checked out or not, that I was not a fan of. That was, I think, live. But I don't, if that's the case, we won't be checking out Ghost River. But other than that, we have kind of, and somebody was asking what it was. I think it was Ghost River, or it was Ghost. Unless I mislabeled it because I'm an idiot. But we got like a pretty moderate list. There's nothing too crazy, not a whole bunch, but we got some. Some of the comments said, hey, this is the greatest band ever. Prove me wrong. So this is, I am reacting to the greatest band of all time. If you want to link that song, proving that they are the greatest band, please link that down below. I'd love to see and love to hear the greatest song ever made. So with that, let's just get into Nightwish, Devil in the Deep Dark Ocean. Kind of excited. The last one was something I truly did like. I got into it. I was really feeling it. Like I said, it was a good song. I decided to just, you know what? It's been so long, and that's why I took such a break from it. I don't remember the first song at all. Don't remember anything about it. You know, and we kind of went off the last song as kind of almost like the first reaction, right? It was like the first time I ever heard it, because I honestly don't remember the first one in any way, shape, or form. So when I heard the other one, I'm like, this is the song you want to start off with, right? This is a good song that you want to have your first. You know, you don't want to just get into something that's like made for the fans. So with that, I enjoyed it, so now we're back onto it again. So let's just get into it, check it out, see what it's all about. Let's hope it's good. And background.
Okay, so we'll give you this nice little piece. It's called Devil and the Deep Dark Ocean.
That dude's beard is insanely awesome. I like the guitar. That little
a snowy owl of our haunted waters. Poet tell the ancient gods. Christ to tell the never-ending story. Prophecy of becoming floods.
The leading brightest ride. So the incarnation before the creator.
The camera going across in every angle.
Deep dark is a justice kingdom, pulling on the morrow's world. There's of the liquid, giving power.
The music.
The red iron bone blood.
Fatal embrace of the blood red water. The creator of infinite blue. Skeleton masters, whisper, carving other new.
That's a note to hold right there. Holy shit.
Right now all rest is sweet. When we here in the day,
I prayed for
Michael Myers? What the hell is that?
From cradle to coffin, shall my wickedness
What?
be your passion?
Camera work, man. The camera work is 10 out of 10.
Thank you so much.
Alright, let's end it there. I think that's a good one. I don't know. I always find myself having a lot to say, and I don't want to pause it because I hate that. I hate those kind of reactions. I'd say that the music in this song was an easy 11 out of 10. The music was so good. You gotta remember when I was talking a while ago about like kind of like some operatic style something, somebody suggested Nightwish is more of an operatic metal. That's kind of what they proposed that this was, and that I might like it. Plus, I think one of the other reasons why my first reaction to it was just so like not good, is because I was listening to a song that I really liked, that was like this kind of like mashup that I really wanted more of, and somebody gave me something that was Nightwish that was just not really what that was. It was just a whole different thing in their own world, pretty much like doing like their own craziness, which that's not a bad thing. And I think that's one of the reasons why I was just like, dude, why? That's not what I asked for. But we're here now, and I'm glad we do. I'm glad we're here. I would say the first half of this song, you got to really like change it up. And somebody was talking about like trendsetters, and like somehow I said something about America being a trendsetter, something stupid this guy in the comments was saying, which is not really what I was saying. I was trying to kind of compare that. If you're not from part of the world, like even part of the continent, like in America, right? There's a lot of places in America that have a lot of Mexican culture in it, right? We're connected to Mexico and Canada. Canada has its own, they don't really, it's just kind of that. When someone's really nice, you're like, are you Canadian? But other than that, no. But you get a lot of Mexican restaurants, especially me. I live in Arizona. And it's on the border, if you don't know your, geography and all that. And so, but when you get something from a different part of the world, you're not used to it, right? Whether it's food, a TV show, or music. And I was trying to be very simplistic. I didn't want to go on this big rant about it, but it's hard to get into stuff like this because there's nothing like this, in our part of the world. Or if there is, it's a different version. It's a different way of doing things, right? You can look at the Browning. The Browning is a death metal, EDM, techno, house, whatever it was, band. That's pretty crazy. Like the old school like I can't stand that music. I don't like it. And that's like what, Swedish or something like that. Like that's the stereotypical but a lot of people do it. But you didn't grow up with that, right? If you didn't grow up eating a certain food, you're not going to like it necessarily. So that's kind of what I was saying, on the last video. The last video I was trying to say, hey, we're getting into it now, but it's not from our part of the world, so it's definitely harder to get used to. I think someone took that as like, wanted to talk about how there's hundreds to thousands of metal bands in Europe, and there's only like 30 in America. I don't give a shit. I don't care. As long as there's a good band in whatever country, that's all that matters to me, right? We got one good one. I don't care about what's going on anywhere else. We got ours. But I'm liking them, and I would say it's like I said, the whole reason why I went into that whole spiel is because you gotta switch gears, right? Like I can't think of this as if it's just music that I'm normally listening to here, in my state, in my country, because the first half was almost like some storytelling stuff, right? It was almost like that, like they're guiding you through this weird journey, and I had to like get used to that real fast in this song because they were just doing something, and something I'm not used to hearing, or if I do, it's not really music, it's something else. And I don't want to make a comparison because I don't want people to get really butthurt about it, because I'm not trying to be negative. But you don't really see that kind of... Honestly, I won't compare it to that, but I'll compare it to like a Robin Hood kind of thing where, you know, you're hearing them sing their adventures, I guess is a good way of putting it. That's kind of what I was getting from here. And normally I don't really gravitate to that kind of music, but I was definitely enjoying it now. But it was, again, something I really had to like switch gears and try to like, you know, you couldn't just be like, well, this is fucking next, right? No, you're reacting, you're checking this out, you know, their fans are coming here, you know, you don't want to like be overly negative for no reason, right? I don't think it was bad, not in any way, shape, or form. The fuck's on my hand? But it was just, I had to get used to it real fast. It was different. And, you know, different isn't bad. I would say that the first half, though, I mean, it's supposed to be music. It was more like the storytelling kind of music. I'd give it maybe like a 6.5. The second half of the song, I gave like a 9. It was really good. It was hitting it home. You know, the instrumentals and the vocals were coming together in a whole kind of like, and that's the thing about Nightwish that I've learned in these last handful of songs. And that's the one thing I remember about the first song. The only thing really is that they started out some weird, different way that I'm not used to, right? Not bad, just different. And then by like the middle to the end, they just turned into like this crazy, just hardcore song. And I think I definitely gravitate to that style of music, because the last half, that's just not how you do that. Why can't I just do it right? I'm just looking at the freaking video. The last half was definitely like just that intense music, singing, all kind of coming together, not doing what they were doing in the beginning, which was like creative and artistic, we could say. It was just like, all right, thrash time. And we're like, okay, yeah, I like this. Her note carrying, she can hold a note. Like, I will give it to, you know, the fans of Nightwish that were like, yo, she's an incredible singer. I get where you're coming from now. I really do. Am I going to just... If I give my opinion, people get on my case. But if you guys give your opinion in the comments, you act like it's God's truth, right? Someone said they're the greatest band. Like, maybe if they're the greatest metal band, link me that song. But the greatest band? I don't know. I mean, and now we're just arguing genres, right? I'm not going to argue what the best metal band is. I don't know that much about metal. I kind of skipped metal, went right to death metal, right? You want to make that argument, fine. But the greatest band, that's pretty ostentatious. Is that the right word? That's pretty like out there. That's pretty like that's a bold statement to make, right? Is anything they've made better than Stairway to Heaven? I'm not a personal Led Zeppelin fan, but I recognize that song as a great song, and it's been recognized as one of the greatest, right? Paranoid from Ozzy Osbourne was what, one of the most downloaded and bought songs of all time. Not just rock songs, I don't believe. I believe it was just songs. Correct me if I'm wrong. You can correct me in a nice way. You don't have to be mean. And like, for me personally, AC/DC's Back in Black, the meaning behind that song, for those about to rock, one of my favorite songs of all time. Like, is it better than those? Like, are they better than all of that? Billy Squire, right? Like, I don't know. Where does the line draw? Like people are saying some stuff in the comments. Not a lot. It was like 3 people. But people are saying some bold statements. Where do they fall? I want someone in the comments to actually rate Nightwish. Not just metal, but just talent and song. Do you really think that they are better than Queen? I think in any way almost. Like, it's hard to compare because it's legends, right? The lead singer's dead. You can't really make that comparison anymore. There's a lot of time difference. That's not really fair. But, you know, Queen's music had a lot of messages behind it. A lot of innovation. A lot of unique styles. That, you know, right? Bohemian Rhapsody. Please, somebody, I want you to rank Nightwish. And again, this may just be styles versus countries, you know? This may be like the best for other people. And maybe everybody else doesn't really view AC/DC or Led Zeppelin or, you know, any of these other people as good because you grew up in a different part of the world. That's completely a fact that I will take to heart and understand if you're not a fan, right? I think Kiss's God Gave Rock and Roll to You is just a fantastic thong. Excuse me. Let me my mouth is a little dry. I said thong. Song, right? Like, I personally think a rock anthem that isn't really cheesy, that lives up to the test of time, is one of the, like, a really, really, I don't want to say the greatest song ever, but for me, it is just, everything that this song embodies is incredible, which is Jukebox Hero. And I think that is mostly because, as an American, you look at, oh, you just pick up a guitar and you become a rock legend. Like, one of the American dreams, you know? That song means a lot. And that song's from Foreigner, for anybody that doesn't know. The Mama and the Papas, California Dreamin', that is just a song that is incredible as well. So, like, when people say things in the comments like, it's the greatest band of all time. Okay, link me the song, please. Give me the song. I want everyone in the comments to unanimously pick one song that is the definer. Or maybe, I don't want an album. I don't want to go that crazy. Just give me like a song or three where everybody, and just vote that person's comment. Upvote that person's comment and be like, these are the songs. These 3 songs, this one song, whatever it is, this is what makes Nightwish incredible. I want to hear that song. I don't dislike them. I like them. But you hear stuff like that and you're like, really? Everybody else in the comments was really cool. I had a lot of fun checking out everybody else's comments. The Wraith people, the people all joking about the Wraith things and stuff like that. That was always really cool. And I enjoy those comments. But yeah, when you hear like grandiose statements like that, it's like, I understand that you're a fan. I understand they're really good. That, her holding a note, that was like a 10 out of 10. Like, easy. Like, I was really digging it. So I get where people are coming from. But, you know, come on. Let's get a song that, like, proves it. Because you're talking about, you know, I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of the Beatles, but come on, the Beatles? Better than the Beatles? Yes or no? Put that in the comments as well. Better than the Beatles. Just everybody that I listed, AC/DC, Led Zeppelin, these are rock bands, by the way, and alternately. We need, for anybody that's still watching this video, for like the 3 people that are here. Do you guys remember like Celebrity Deathmatch, the Claymation show, or Epic Rap Battles of History? We need a fans battles of like epicness or whatever like that. I want to see like 21 Pilot fans go against like Nightwish fans or like in some debate show, right? Some nice, we're not like, not YouTube trash where we're all yelling at each other, but something real. You know, I want something like that, because I can just see like 21 Pilot fans going, well, this is the music that means the most in the world right now, because they're talking about people going through self-harm and killing themselves, and they're trying to put out a positive message to help people, right? Like, I would love Nightwish NF fans to hop in. You know, there's NF fans. He's a rapper. He's brand new, not brand new, but and people are like talking like he's the greatest thing to rap since fucking sliced bread. Like, some of the people that say these things are delusional, and I would love to see groups together come together, and maybe that could be a subreddit. Oh, I want to make that subreddit. I want people to talk about their favorite bands and why they are better than other people. Because once you get past all the trash talking and hate speech, right, you're going to get to people with the real conversations. And I want to see what people really have to say. I want to know what makes this the greatest of all time. Or maybe for the people that aren't delusional, rate them to all the greatests. Whether it's, you know, Whitney Houston, right? How can you compete with Whitney Houston? Tragic life with incredible talent. Nobody can live up to that horror story that was her career and the talent that came from it. It's impossible. And the fact that she died, right? Those are just like things you can't compare to anymore, because it's just so tragic and horrible. But there was like a shining light in there, and then there was a daughter, but then the daughter went through the same crap, and it's like, you know, those kind of, sometimes a career is just more than your vocal talent or your ability to play an instrument. Sometimes it's the dues you pay with your life, you know? So I would love to see some kind of ranking, a very nice ranking. Let's not be hateful here. I really thought this was going to be a 10-minute video. It's a lot more than I thought. Sorry. But with that, I'm going to get out of here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. I'm just going to end it right there, because Christ, I promise, for the people that are still watching, I promise we will not go over 15 minutes next time. I'm going to try to make it a 10-minute or less video. I promise. No more speeches. I think I've gotten everything I've wanted to say out, you know, from the first video and the negativity, then the second video with people making outlandish statements and me kind of wanting to just address it. No more of that. I really want to make sure that it's simplistic. All about the band, not about craziness. And maybe the next video will have a little bit of, this is what you guys said. and that might make it a little longer. I don't know, but I'm gonna really try to reduce this. Thanks for watching again. Thanks for hanging out. I do appreciate it, and I'm enjoying this. We are on the Nightwish journey, 100%. I'm checking them out fully, full attention, open mind. We're not gonna like hate on them because I was in a bad mood or I just woke up that day, whatever it was, or it was just the worst song to give to somebody when I was wanting something else, which is what it was. It was, this is really cool. Can I get more of this? And then they gave me like the fan favorite of Nightwish, which is not what you want to give somebody. When I was expecting this over here, it was a recipe for disaster. It's just not a culmination of good things, good vibes. But we're going to keep it with good vibes now. Later.